Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how you can complete a lesson observation form via the Lessons Learned website. So first thing you need to do is make sure you get yourself logged in, and as you can see at the top left there, I'm logged in as myself, so I know that I'm ready to go. Okay, then you head over to the Teaching and Learning drop down menu at the top, click on the down arrow and you're going to go to Add Form. So it opens it up and it shows that I'm the observer, so we've already got that in there. You choose the date, so if the date was today, alternatively I can click the calendar, I can choose the date of the observation. Next, choose a staff member who you're going to observe, so in this case we're going to observe Nikki Hickman. The form type, this is important. Now we need to make sure you select the formal lesson observation form type for our classroom lesson observations. Subject, select the subject, so in this case it's going to be MFL. The year group, it's going to be year 7. And then in the class section here, all the classes across the school are listed. So you just drop down and I'm going to look for French. And let's suppose Nikki is teaching 7R, FR1. Click on that there. Leave it at draft at the moment. That means that the person you are observing won't be able to see the results until you've had your feedback meeting, your discussion with them. The privacy button means you can either keep it private so only they can see it, or if it's not private it means that the people further up their line management chain, i.e. their head of faculty, will be able to see it, so you can choose what you want to on there. Once that is in place there, if you want to write any additional notes, let's imagine it was an NQT observation or it was part of a support program or formal capability, you could add something there if you want to. If you don't have to, click create and it will then create your form for you, and just scroll down on the right hand side using the tab there, and what you'll see is we have split it into 4 distinct areas: engagement, behaviour for learning, challenge and expectations, and assessment and progress. In each one of these you need to expand the box, so you click on show details. If I go to engagement, click on show detail, it then has a box which you can put some free text in if you would like to write a commentary of the lesson, or some of the main highlights or the main points you'd like to pick up on. But the key thing here is to do one of 2 things: either show the descriptors. If you click on show descriptors, they will drop them underneath in the box, so you can see them all there, and you literally choose whichever ones you feel are most relevant to the lesson. There are 3 different types in this one. The first one is obviously about are students engaged in their learning immediately. The second one links to objectives and success criteria, and the third one along the line relates to enthusiasm and engagement. So you then just literally click ones you want, and you may decide that it's a mixture of good and outstanding. If you click the wrong one, you can click it again, it goes away, and you can choose a different one, and you might want to do that if you see something different throughout the lesson that changes your mind. If I just come out of that a second, and if I just click hide descriptors, the other way you can do it is to click show descriptors in a pop-up, and you might find that's a bit easier because it pops up right in front of you in the screen. And as you can see there, it's actually remembered the ones that I already clicked. So if that is fine and we're happy with that, what you'll then see is that right here they've all popped up already, so we're not having to write a lot of free text. It's already mentioned that that was the outstanding part, that were the good parts, and if I want to write anything extra, like I say, that free text box is available for me. There is a section underneath for you to grade that section just for for the first one, which is engagement, but I don't really want you to do that right now. I'm more interested in the overall grade for the lesson. So what you would then do, you then go down to behaviour for learning, do exactly the same, show the detail, show it in the pop-up if you wanted to, click what you wanted to in here, and close that. It drops it into the box for us already, which is great. You do the same for challenge and expectations, same for assessment and progress. And what you might want to do at the start of the lesson is you might actually want to open all these descriptors to start with, so you can actually have a look through. But again, it's entirely up to you how you feel comfortable with it. Okay, right to the bottom then, I've got our overall grade, and very simply, once you have watched the lesson or the half the lesson, you've made your judgment. Click on the drop down box, choose whichever descriptor you feel is the best. So let's say we think this is an outstanding lesson. Again, I can write some comments in the free text boxes if I wish about the lesson. And then right at the bottom, once you've done that, you've then got two options, development points and strengths. And these relate to the categories above. So if I go into the development points, and these are maybe the 3 or 4 points that I want that member of staff to work on based on what I've seen in the lesson, I click on add new record, and it comes up with this box here. Now if you miss the first box out for the time being and go straight down to the category name, the categories are the 4 categories there that were listed above. So you may say, right, well actually there's a development point that it was the start of the lesson. So in engagement, I know that's where start of the lesson was, that's the category name, and in the subcategory you will find the 3 areas that we looked at above. So you say, right, well actually their development point is engagement, and it's the start of the lesson. And then up here, then you can actually type in here that actually start of the lesson needs to be, oops, I spelled that wrong. Start of the lesson needs to be quicker with more pace and challenge. So we can write that in there, that's fine. Now we've then got an opportunity, if we want to actually save it and close it if we're just happy with that. But actually you may feel that as an SLT link for your faculty, you know that through AJS Inspire there is a session coming up on AJS Inspire before the next half term on pace or on challenge or on lesson starters. So you may say, actually I know about this, so let's click save now and add the actions. There's another box that comes up here to add a new record for the actions, and your action might be, if I just scroll this down a bit so you can see it, your action could be to attend AGS Inspire session on lesson starters, okay, and that is fine, and then you can then save that, and it's dropped into here. Again, exactly the same underneath for the strengths. It's always nice for the member of staff to get a list of their strengths, of what you thought was really, really good in the lesson. So again, you can add a new record in here. Very straightforward, same as above. I think your strength was actually an assessment and progress. I thought your marking and feedback was really, really good. There we are, assessment and progress, marking and feedback. It might be subject specific, but a lot of them won't be. You can actually save the changes. Oops, hang on, we haven't entered the description. So marking in student books was superb. Okay, so there we've got a strength there, and again we can add another one, and we just go through the same process again. I'll just cancel that. Okay, once you've done all that, if you would like to, there is another box if you want to add any attachments or links, and you may find that actually there was, if you took some photographs in the lesson, you could add some attachments there of actually photos of those student books for an even more rich kind of experience for someone looking back on it. Also, you might add a link. Let's say one of the development points was to go and research something. You may have a link to an article or a video you want to do that for. Once you've done all that, click on the Save Form at the bottom left here, and you'll see at the top right it says Document Saved on that pop-up box. There is also an option to print it if you would like to as well. Once you've done that and you've saved it, that is obviously in draft form right now. And if you then go back to the top and click on the drop down again in the Teacher and Learning menu, and if you view forms, that will take you to all the forms that you have created. So I view the form there, and I can see that is our form we've just created. We're observing Nikki Hickman. It's a formal lesson observation. It was today's date. The grade, the subject, the year group, the class, etc., etc. Now right now that's in draft. So let's say I have my feedback meeting with Nikki. We go through it all. I talk to her. I share my points with her in her strengths and her development points. Once I've done that, if I click on the actions box here, if I go to view it again, it will open it up, and you see at the top right here we have got our publish or our print. So once I feel that is ready to go, I will hit the publish button, and that means that Nikki will be able to see it on her dashboard when she goes into exactly the same area up here, and she clicks on view forms, and then she'll be able to see it in her dashboard. Right, that is everything. If you do make a mistake and you want to do, you want to get rid of it, or you are doing a test run, do what we've just done there. Do the form, have a little go at it. When you go to view forms, what you will see is in the actions button here, you would just go down and you can just delete that. So if I delete this now, I say yes, I want to delete this observation, and it removes it from the list there. Okay, that should be everything. If you've got any questions, feel free to come and see me. But hopefully this guide will make sure that you know everything that you need to know to do the observations online via our new Lessons Learned package. Okay, thank you very much.